That's what the pasuk says. The rich person shouldn't increase his share in the mitzvah. Adal lo yamit. The poor person shouldn't give less. Reb Shalom Shvadron Zecher Tzadik Livrocha explained, the rich person shouldn't try and chap and grab the entire mitzvah for himself. Leave some for others. Hadal, the poor person, shouldn't try to get out of it by saying, I don't have. Everybody has to be equal, an equal share in the mitzvahs. The rich person shouldn't chap the entire mitzvah for himself, because if he does, they throw the mitzvah right back at him. And Reb Shalom Shvadron said a story. He told a story about the B'yonis in Auschwitz, Zecher Tzadik Livrocha. The B'yonis got from his father-in-law before he got married 3,000 gold coins, tremendous amount of money, in order for him to be able just to sit and learn Torah. And that's what he did. He sat with his chavrusa day and night, studied, and the Kedusha spread in town. Kedusha emanated, spread all over, but when Kedusha spreads, Tuma doesn't like it, and the Tuma tries to fight it. So Yetzer Hara came to town and convinced the priests to build a church right next to the shul where Rabbi Yonason used to sit and learn. And everybody was very upset about it, but what can you do? Rabbi Yonason Auschwitz Chavrusa didn't like it at all. He decided to do something. He saw how everybody was so upset, and he said, I gotta do something. So in the middle of the night, he climbed on the roof of the church. He had a hammer in his hand, and he shattered the statue that was there on the roof. But the heads of the church suspected that the Jews may do something, as they knew the Jews were very upset. They're building a church right next to the shul, so they had a guard there. And as soon as Rabbi Yonasan's chavrusa smashed the statue, he was caught. The guard grabbed him. And then, Rabbi Yonasan's chavrusa disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. They looked for him day after day, but he just disappeared. 3 weeks later, the guard, the church, comes to one of the Gabbaim and says, I know where your friend is. He told him the story. What happened? And he said, they decided to execute him. But I know where he is, and I can get him out. If you give me 3,000 gold coins, I'll do it. I will get your friend out. I'll risk myself for 3,000 gold coins. Tremendous amounts of money, but what can you do? The mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuim is such a great mitzvah, and they decided to agree. And therefore they decided to go and collect from every Jew in town to be able to get this sum of money, 3,000 gold coins. When Rabbi Yonasan Auschwitz found out about it, he was worried. There's no time to delay till they go and collect. Who knows? Maybe the guard is going to change his mind. He's not going to want to be involved. It's too risky. Maybe his friend will already be executed. So therefore Rabbi Yonasan rushed home, and he took his own 3,000 gold coins, the entire nedunya that he got from his father-in-law, and rushed over. He ran quickly to the house of the guard, and he said, here is the money that you wanted, 3,000 gold coins. Now quickly go and release my friend and get him out of town. And the guard just did just that. He got him out of jail, and he got him out of town. Rabbi Yonasan was so happy with the mitzvah he just performed, the mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuim. You don't have a greater mitzvah than that. But Rabbi Yonasan started thinking, for what's going to be when my wife finds out there's no more 3,000 gold coins? She's going to be so upset, and the Gemara says in Brachos Daf Zayin, "En meratzin la'adam b'shas ka'aso." You can't talk to a person when he's so upset. I won't be able to appease her. So therefore, Rabbi Yonasan decided he should leave town for a few days. When he comes back, his wife already will know about this for a few days. He'll be able to talk to her, to convince her, to explain to her the importance of Pidyon Shvuim, this unbelievable mitzvah. And that is what he did. He left town for a few days. When the heads of the church realized the Jew is not where he was supposed to be, they realized it's got to be the guard. He was the only one who knew where he was. And they caught him and decided to execute him instead of executing the Jew. They put him in jail. But at night, the guard was able to escape jail. And he ran home. And he had a lot of gold and jewelry that over the years he stole from the church. And he decided, if they will find me and execute me, at least I don't want them to have all the money and gold. It's wicked people. They're going to kill me. I don't want them to get my money as well. So what should I do with all this money? And he decided he has to give it to Rabbi Yonasan Auschwitz. He ran to the house of Rabbi Yonasan Abshitz in the middle of the night, knocked on the door, and the Rebbetzin opens his wife. He says to her, "Is your husband here? Is the rabbi here?" And she says, "No, he's only going to come back in a few days. How can I help you?" And he explained the whole story. "I am the guard of the church. Your husband came to me with 3,000 gold coins to release his friend that was caught. But now they know it's me. I got him out, and therefore they caught me, and they want to kill me. I don't want them to get all my money. So I decided I got to leave my money, deposit it with someone I could trust. I don't know anyone who was so noble like your husband. He was willing to take from his own money 3,000 gold coins and release his friend. Such a noble man. I trust you guys. I want to deposit my money with you. The 3,000 gold coins that your husband gave me are now yours. I'm giving to you as a gift. And the rest of the gold and jewelry that I have here, I want you to keep for me. If ultimately I will be caught and they will kill me, this will all become yours. But if somehow I get out of here and one day I come back, I know that I can trust you and you will give me back all this money." And she agreed. The guard quickly ran away. He left town, but they were looking for him. And 2 days later, they found him and they killed him. Drowned him in the river. This became public knowledge. The Rebbetzin heard about it, and she was so happy. Now everything belongs to them. They are so rich. And Rabbi Yonasan had no idea because he was out of town, and he is intending to come back home, and he's starting to think, what am I going to tell my wife? How should I appease her? 3,000 gold coins are no longer, and as he gets close to the house, his wife comes out to greet him, and she says, "My dear husband, you're not going to believe what happened. I'm so happy. I know the whole story. HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves your mitzvahs. He paid you double. Unbelievable reward. Listen what happened. The guard came here in the middle of the night and he left me all the money and he said that if he will be killed, it's ours." And that's indeed what happened. They caught him and they killed him. All this money, gold and coins are ours. All the jewelry, it all belongs to us. She was so happy. And she thought her husband, Rabbi Yonasan, is going to be happy as well, but he started crying. He couldn't stop crying. And she says to him, "Why are you crying? Don't you see HaKadosh Baruch Hu paid you for the mitzvah?" And Rabbi Yonasan said, "No. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't like my mitzvahs, because in Kiddushin Daf Lametes the Gemara says, Char mitzvah behai alma leika." They don't pay you, they don't reward you for the mitzvahs that you perform here in this world. The reward comes in the next world. If they're paying me now, that means they're not really happy with my mitzvahs, and I want to know why. And Rabbi Yonasan decided to fast for 3 days, so maybe they will reveal to him from Shamayim why they don't like his mitzvahs. And after 3 days, indeed, they revealed to him, they told him, "You didn't want to let others have a share in this unbelievable mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuim. You wanted the mitzvah all to yourself. So here, the mitzvah is all yours, and the reward too." That's why they threw as if the mitzvah in his face. Explained Reb Shalom Shvadron, "Ha'ashir lo yarbeh," the rich person shouldn't increase and try to grab the entire mitzvah, because if he does so, they throw the mitzvahs that he performs in his face. Ve'hadal lo yamit, and the poor person shouldn't get out of performing mitzvahs because he claims he doesn't have. Each person should give his share. We should be united, and everybody has a share in the mitzvahs that we perform.